Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Red Dawn. My name is Kiri, and welcome to today's match preview between Liverpool and Leeds United. What a better way to kick off the new year than a massive clash in the Premier League under the lights at Anfield? We welcome Leeds United to Merseyside, and let's be honest, if this game is anything like the absolute chaos we saw at Ellen Road a few weeks ago, that madness of a 3-all draw, we are absolutely in for a roller coaster. As you can see here, we are currently sitting fourth in the Premier League table. We've had a decent festive run. We beat Wolves, we beat Spurs, but we need to keep the pressure on the top three. Chelsea and Aston Villa have dropped points, so let's solidify our spot in the top four as well. Let's get into the team news, the tactical breakdown, and my prediction for Liverpool versus Leeds. Right, let's look at where we stand. We're coming off of that 2-1 gritty win against Wolves. It wasn't pretty, but as champions, what champions do, they dig deep, and that's what we did. We've won 3 in the bounce, on the bounce in the league now. Momentum is finally building after that wobble in November. Leeds, on the other hand, they are scraping for their lives down in 16th, but don't let the table fool you. Daniel Farke has them unbeaten in their last 5 games. They are grinding out results, lots of draws, including holding out Sunderland last week. They are a stubborn side. They are fighting, and they will absolutely see their away trip at Anfield as a free hit. And we just cannot forget what happened in our last encounter earlier this month. That 3-all draw was painful. We threw away a lead, and we dropped 2 points. It's all about revenge. It's about showing them that Anfield is a different beast compared to Ellen Road. Right, team news. Let's talk about the midfield because we've got a massive boost. Dominic Soboslai is officially back for selection. He served his suspension. He's had a nice little rest over the Christmas break. And for me, he walks straight back into the starting lineup. Yes, spoiler alert. Sorry. But let's be real. Federico Chiesa, he was a surprise start against Wolves, but only lasted about an hour before running out of juice. It was great to see him, but with Dom fresh and ready to go, I think Chiesa drops back to the bench for this one. In terms of injuries, it's mostly bad news, isn't it? Joe Gomez and Wataru Endo, they're still not ready, so don't expect them in the squad. We're also still missing Alexander Isak with that ankle issue, and young Giovanni Leone, he's obviously out long term with the ACL. And of course, as we mentioned, Mo Salah is away on international duties with Egypt. One final thing to look out for before we get into our starting 11, keep an eye on Cody Gakpo. If he comes off the bench, there is a mad stat during the rounds. If Cody scores tomorrow, he'll be the first Liverpool player since the legendary Ian Rush to score in our opening game of the year 3 years in a row. He'll likely have to do it as a substitute, but what a narrative that will be if he comes on to seal the win and match with a record like that. Right, let's get into our starting 11. What is Arne Slot going to do? Right, in this one, I am going with a 4-2-3-1 formation, which Slot used in our win against Wolves. So I reckon he will go with that formation again, and purely because of the personnel we have at this moment. So let's start off with our goalkeeper and centre backs. No surprises here. It will be Allison between the sticks, and partnering in the centre half position will be Ibrahima Kanate and Virgil van Dijk. In the fullback positions, on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Jeremy Frimpong, providing providing that space in the half positions from the middle of the park and into in the forward flanks. And on the left, Milos Kerkez. I think he's solidified his spot on the left-hand flank position. Into the midfield, Again, no surprises here. In the double pivot will be Ryan Gravenberch partnering up with Curtis Jones. Uh, in the number 10 position, I'm going to go with Alexis McAllister, who has been playing in that advanced role as of recent weeks. Into the wide areas on the right-hand side will be Dominic Soboslai making his return. On the left-hand side will be Florian Wirtz, who's been in absolute sensational form, coming off with his first goal in Premier League football and his first in Liverpool colours. And up top, leading the attack will be Hugo Ekitike, also in sensational form as well. So going through our starting 11, so at goal will be Allison. The back four of Jeremy Frimpong, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk, and Milos Kerkez. The midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Alexis McAllister, and our front three of Dominic Soboslai, Florian Wirtz, and Hugo Ekitike. So to summarise it all, on Leeds, I think they are going to set up in that 3-5-2 or 5-3-2 low block they have been using. They will pack the middle of the park and they will dare us to cross the ball. Transitions, we saw it in the last match. We lose the ball, the Leeds attackers are gone. They have serious pace. Dominic Calvert-Lewin's hot streak is just showing no sign of slowing down. We have to be perfect on the defensive end. The weakness for Leeds, Joe Rodon is out with an ankle injury. That is massive. He has been their rock at the back. Without him, I think their defensive organisation just drops significantly. And this is why I just want Ekitike to physically bully whoever steps in to replace Rodon. We need to target that replacement immediately. And with that all being said, I think we will get it done. I'm going 3-1 to Liverpool. I think we concede. We just can't seem to keep a clean sheet right now, but I'm backing the boys to make amends from that 3-3 draw. Enjoy the game, everyone, and have a happy new year. As you could tell, I am recording this video on New Year's Eve, but let's solidify that top four spot. And who knows, maybe a title charge. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the preview. It really helps the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, up the Reds.